talking about should you buy a KTM Duke 390. We're going to go and cover kind of some of the major points of why you shouldn't buy one. We're going to cover, is it beginner friendly, the cost of maintenance, ease of maintenance, the cost of the bike overall, the comfort, is it underpowered, is it overpowered? We'll find out. We're going to go and meet my buddy Bryce down in Lake Charles. We're going to check his out. We'll kind of cover some of those topics and kind of go into depth in some of that, and then we'll come back around and review some of it and, you know, help you make that decision. So yeah, stay tuned. Let's go. All right, you guys, I'd like to use a little bit of this time while we're watching this time lapse to let y'all know that I appreciate y'all watching the video. If you like the content, please don't hesitate to like, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you think it's good, or even if you think it's bad. Just let me know. You know, I'm new to all this, so I'm definitely trying to make improvements and trying to make it, you know, be fun and make videos, make content that you guys want to see. So if y'all have any suggestions, don't hesitate to let me know down in the comments. And like I said, like and subscribe. I'm working on making everything better, but yeah, I hope y'all enjoy. Thank y'all. Bryce here in his 2015 KTM Duke 390. Like I said, we're going to cover a couple of those major points. We'll kind of review them once we get back to the house here in a little bit. But fun bike, good bike. He's had it a while and he's enjoyed it. We all ride together. And I mean, honestly, sometimes I think he has more fun than us, even on being on a smaller bike compared to the bigger bikes. So to start off, do you think it's a beginner friendly bike? Definitely.
It's a beginner bike by far. Like, it's probably the best, if not the best. Like, it's definitely top tier.
Do you feel like the cost of it was fair? I mean, how much did you pay for this thing?
I paid $3K. I don't know, like, the average or like a roundabout whatever the other people pay. I got mine from some dude around here, like an hour away from us. Got it for $3,000. I mean, price range around here, that was like one of, if not the cheapest bikes around here. Worked, run, and I mean, it has like 18,000 miles on it and it runs like perfect.
So $3,000 for a 2015, 18,000 miles, which a lot of the guys in the bike community think, you know, 20,000 miles is a lot, but honestly, with proper maintenance, and I see this all the time at the shop selling side-by-sides, if you can keep up with your bike, keep it clean, keep it maintenance, and ride it right, you know, you don't ride crazy, man, a lot of the bikes will outlast, you know, what some of these other guys see. There's a lot of I'm gonna say shit talkers out there who hate on certain bikes and stuff like that just because they dog the crap out of them, and you know, they have nothing but bad luck because of that. So have you done any maintenance, any fixing of anything, or?
Yeah, now I fixed the tail light because dude, I guess we got it from, was trying some Nooners for sure, and yeah, you can tell like the chippage, these little lights were hanging off like a little limp dick, so I just got an integrated tail light to all of it.
A little bit of light damage, yeah. Nothing major, nothing, I mean, affecting the drivability.
No, it was just, all it is was exterior shit that really, you know, if you care about that, which I do to an extent, but I mean, it's not going to affect me from riding around. So.
Yeah, and I mean, as far as, you know, what you pay for a beginner bike, you know, when you get a used bike and you pay a little bit less money for it, you know, if something happens, you drop it, or you know, you make a mistake, it's not as painful to you, you know.
Well, yeah, I mean, mine's not, I don't have a note on mine or anything like that. And so, like you say, I bought it for $3K, and buying it new would have been, say, $6,000. So there's $3,000 that I saved right there. If I do end up messing anything up, or just not that, or just want to upgrade it, I got $3,000 to mess around with, rather than paying a note every month.
Yeah, I mean, the good thing about getting you know, say a more budget-friendly bike is you know, if something is to happen, you know, it's there for you to learn and figure out how to fix and maintenance and all that kind of stuff. So when you do get a newer bike or something along those lines, you can help, you know, fix that stuff. So
because you'd definitely rather mess up something like this that's $3,000 rather than totaling a $7,000-8,000 bike that you didn't know what you were doing on. So
exactly. As far as the power wise, you know, we know it's a 400, but I mean, as far as, do you feel like it's a slow 400, a fast 400? Do you feel like it's...
I wouldn't say it's slow. I would definitely say it's pretty fast. Like, I mean, quickness, it gets up there. I mean, which any motorcycle is compared to other, you know, higher like 700s and stuff like that. No, I'm not going to beat them, but just in general, it feels, you know, you're on such a small thing. Anytime you're going fast at all, it just feels faster than you're actually going.
So it's, I mean, it's at least fast enough to get out of the way if
oh yeah, no,
push comes to shove, if you need to.
You can always drop a gear and disappear with this thing too.
As far as comfort, you know, have you taken it on any long rides? Do you find it to be a comfortable bike to ride on?
Longest ride is probably, I don't know, when we were just messing around, rode around, probably 2.5 hours. And out of all of us, I think I was the most comfortable, because the stock like seat on this, I don't know what is about it, but it's like the most comfortable stock seat ever. I don't know why, but it is. But I mean, comfortability, it's very nice. It's a naked bike, so you don't have to sit like all, I don't know, not weird.
Very relaxed sitting position.
It's you just kind of choose how you want to sit rather than having to be stuck like on a sports bike.
You're not hunched over. You can ride on it for a while.
Your nuts on the tank the whole time. You got
That's
room
it.
to slide back.
As far as enjoyment, do you think $3,000, you know, is that paying for enough fun to?
I've definitely got $3K out of this easily. Yeah, no, it's beyond worth the money, especially like if you were able to get one. I don't know the actual price of these, especially mine it was a higher mileage, older model. If you're able to get one around this price of some sort, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, why waste $3,000 on, you know, P-Hub or OnlyFans when you can get the real deal, you know? Find a reason to keep on going, and the reason here is motorcycles. So
only problem I got with this bike is the damn flanges are not the same color. I wish, you know, everything, you got this like nice orange, then you just got like this yellow orange.
It is a duller orange.
I don't understand it. Everything else, like even like up here, is still kind of bright orange. Maybe that's just sun, but I don't know what. I couldn't tell you. That's the only like aesthetic wise, you know, thing I don't like about it. Other than that, I mean, it's just a great bike, especially if you're like new, like I was, just kind of scared to get on a bike and put yourself in danger every time you were on it.
Did you have any previous motorcycle or dirt bike riding experience prior to getting this?
I rode on a couple of my friends' dirt bikes, like out in the country. We would just ride, take off. I had nothing crazy, like I would just get it started and crash. So like, you know, other than that, I mean, it was just literally learning from step one.
Absolutely. So, and just to show you guys that, you know, if maybe you're like me and you like stunting and stuff like that, you know, you don't have to get a bigger bike to be able to do that kind of stuff. It's all about throttle control and kind of learning yourself and where to find balance point and stuff like that. Granted, I'm not near as good as like my boy Justin over in Houston. He's a lot better, and we'll tag him down in the comments. Y'all check out his channel. He makes some good content. But yeah, I mean, we'll kind of show you that, you know, it doesn't matter what kind of bike you're on. You know, you can do wheelies and that kind of stuff, you know, on pretty much all of them. And like I said, I mean, it's a great thing just to be out on the road and feeling the wind. It doesn't matter if you're on a Grom or you're on a Ducati. I mean, it's to be out there. That's why all the riders kind of stick together. Everybody waves to each other. You know, it's a good feeling. And so yeah, we'll go back to the house and we'll kind of talk about it some more and kind of review over some of these points that we had looked at and go from there. All right, you guys. So that was Bryce's 2015 KTM Duke 390. I got a little notepad here that I'm trying to stay on topic with. So, first off, was it beginner friendly? I think it's a very beginner friendly unit. You know, and it really depends. So, for the guys who might think they get bored of it real quick or something like that, I think it really depends on the experience that you have coming into the motorcycle stuff. You know, if you've rode dirt bikes and stuff like that, it's a fairly straightforward concept to grasp. But you have a better understanding of throttle control, and like emergency braking and stuff like that, which are the biggest things whenever you're getting onto the streets, and that can get really overwhelming with a bigger bike. So I think the 400s and stuff are a really good size to start off with, especially if you have no previous experience with riding in general. You know, they're a lot more forgiving. You know, it's harder to whiskey throttle and stuff like that. And then, so difficulty of maintenance, they are pretty straightforward. It's just like every other motorcycle. It's you know, just something to keep up with, and you're gonna learn whether you get a KTM, a Yamaha, a Honda, whatever it may be. You're gonna learn how to work on it and keep up with it, and that's just part of doing that. So underpowered really depends on who you're asking. If you're a first time rider, I think the power is probably plenty. If you've rode for a long time, or you're very familiar, you've ridden on bigger bikes and stuff, the power probably can be underwhelming, but it's definitely enough. It's a lot more than, say, like a Grom or something like that. You know, and I think it's probably enough to get you by, especially if you're city driving. If you're doing country roads, that's one thing, but if you're riding around the city, I think the 400 is probably enough. I mean, you wouldn't, a 1000 in the city, it's too much. It's too much. As far as cost goes, very cost friendly. They are, and that's going to go for a lot of your 400s, KTM especially. Very cost friendly to get into. I mean, $3,000 for, you know, what is this year? 23, so it's roughly 8 years old. You know, $3,000. It's a hard thing to argue with. As far as comfort goes, I actually drove this back because Bryce did not know how to ride. I drove it back the first day he got it. It is by far one of the most comfortable bikes I've ever sat on, and it's so light and easy to throw around. Like even my MT-07, you know, it's pretty light, but that little 400 just, I mean, you can throw it around. If you hit a pothole and you catch air, you know, it is what it is. It's just easy to control. And like I said, that goes back to, you know, the throttle response and stuff like that. It's very forgiving. So if you accidentally give it the beans, you know, it's not going to just come out from under you like some of the bigger bikes will. As far as enjoyment, Bryce really likes it. He's had a good time with it. We've been riding for almost, feels like a year now, you know, in a group, and he's always had fun. I can't tell you a time where he hasn't had fun. So yeah, if you guys like the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions. Other than that, y'all let me know what y'all want another video on. Bye.